Welcome, everybody. We're really happy to have everybody here today with us. It's a busy time here at PTC and with our iWarranty team, and there's a lot that we want to share with you. So, I hope it's a little interactive. Don't be shy about entering questions into the Q&A. We'd love to have it to be a dialogue versus a monologue. I'll ask the rest of the team, Madhu and John, if you could just hit mute, please, until it's time to unmute. That'd be helpful. And I just wanted to reassure you that PTC generally is doing really well as a company. We just released our earnings for the prior quarter, our first quarter of FY22. Feel free to take a look at it, but it's really all good news, to be honest with you. We now have had multiple quarters of multiple years now in a row of really strong financial results and growth, and it's really all good news, to be honest with you. You'll hear more in there if you want to look at it about our ARR growth, recurring revenue, our company's profitable, secure, a lot of cash. You're going to see SaaS, a lot of good things happening in the company. I also wanted to just make sure that everybody understands where we are from a global standpoint. We have customers all around the world, of course. We have over 30,000 customers and about 6,500 employees, and we've been around for a while, but the company has continually innovated over all that time. I mean, when you think about, coming from the CAD perspective and then the product lifecycle management, and then of course, service lifecycle management, where we're talking about products like warranty today, industrial IoT, augmented reality, additive manufacturing, and it just goes on. And PTC continues to innovate and get right in the middle of the disruptive technologies to make sure that we're leading the way for the technology that's coming next. And I think Madhu and John will touch base a little bit about how we're leveraging some of those new technologies with iWarranty, and we think it's going to help you as well. This is just a quick slide to give you a picture of the growth in recurring revenue that we're having at PTC. You can see double-digit growth here, year after year, and our projection is for it to continue to grow. The green at the bottom is a Focus Solutions group. That's the group we're in. iWarranty is part of the Focus Solutions group. That's where we are, and you can see we're still enjoying that growth even in the Focus Solution products as well, including iWarranty. And the company is really careful to be sensitive to the corporate social responsibility that we have as a company. You can see lots of recognition here over recent times here in FY21, and even in our FY22. There's more that we could add to this slide since then. And so the company really has made a concerted effort to really improve the working conditions for all employees at PTC, and that continues to happen and keeps getting more and more momentum in the company, and we're really proud of that, to be honest with you. And then I just wanted to touch upon how iWarranty fits into the bigger picture here at PTC. I mentioned we're part of the Focus Solutions group, and so in here we have dedicated resources. It's called the Focus Solutions group, so we don't get our technical team, our resources, distracted with all this new cool augmented reality technology or additive manufacturing technology or IoT. We can't have our customers, our loyal customers, get distracted with our resources going into other products. So they're all 100% dedicated to iWarranty. We have multi-functions in this organization, all the way from product development and QA and documentation and engineers to pre-sales and technical support, our services delivery organization. All of that is done within our own organization. So we're not spread around the company where we could be fragmented or distracted with other technologies. However, we still take advantage of those new technologies and leverage them to pull into iWarranty where it makes sense and where we think it can help you. And if you have other ideas that you think we should consider with those integrations, and we want to hear about them. So please let us know. And we're extremely pleased and excited to announce officially, if you haven't seen it on our website, that PTC's iWarranty product was once again deemed leader in the IDC MarketScape report. And as you can see here, IDC had some really positive things to say about iWarranty. This is the second report in a row that PTC is in the leader category, and we're really excited about that. We're looking forward to engaging with you to make sure that we can bring it to the next level and make sure that we're giving you the technology you need to run your services business. So, with that, I'm going to ask John Simpson is the product manager for iWarranty, reporting into Madhu, and John is going to take you through a little bit of the product from a foundational standpoint, and then version 5.3 specifically. So John, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Joe. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Everybody knows the challenges of warranty, right? So quite a real kind of overview of warranty itself. Warranty is a big challenge in terms of having high costs or trying to reduce those high costs. With the high costs, in effect, with the connected systems that we have in terms of the modules that we have, there's lots of opportunity here, a missed opportunity to really leverage to reduce that warranty cost. If you've got a product which is not really which you don't or can't identify where those issues are, it's going to cause you a big problem, not only from a kind of revenue perspective, but also from a low customer retention rate, low dealer rate. And that's because people don't then trust the product. What iWarranty does, iWarranty really focuses on looking at where those product issues are and really trying to identify and show where the issues are, but also be able to kind of give that nice smooth process from start to finish, from end to end, to really hone in on where the issues are and trying to resolve the problems. With poor product and service quality, this is all kind of that, what is trying to reduce that kind of warranty cost and effect. Some issues that we see is disconnected parts ordering, low supplier recovery. So this is when you've actually paid your dealers or your kind of service locations. And once you have paid those, to then try and recuperate some of that money from your suppliers to then use that as a warranty offset. Insufficient returns management. So that, again, it could be a disconnected process by actually getting the part from the dealer or the repair location back into your return centers to actually then look at what the problems are and have someone assess to make sure there's no fraudulent claims, and to make sure that what is being claimed is actually properly being claimed and not someone's not trying to kind of, let's say, run the system. Legacy systems are also a problem. So with all these kind of different areas and the different challenges you've got within warranty, what iWarranty does, it kind of pulls all this together. So, to reduce the warranty cost, to give you more revenue opportunity, to kind of make sure that what you do is going to give you that kind of better customer retention and higher dealer confidence, and to really improve the product and the service itself, to make your processes better within your organization. iWarranty is a product-centric approach. It really kind of, let's jump around. iWarranty is product-centric, so it really focuses on trying to look at a better and timely product management in terms of making sure from end to end. helping yourselves trying to identify those issues earlier and trying to really kind of make those corrective actions a lot faster to give you that kind of real, to hone in the problems and trying to resolve any issues in the manufacturing process. Customer proven results is that it reduces your warranty claims by around 50% and reduced time by 75%. And actually, having that process from end to end and being more fluid basically means the processes are quicker. And at the end of the day, the customer's happy and then the dealer's happy as well. iWarranty has lots and lots of different modules within inside it. We will actually cover that in a little while. From a ticketing solution to a service repair module, to kind of parts ordering, to the warranty itself, and to the supplier recovery at the end of it, with return and management, and containing a campaign management too. So, thinking it's time to circuit across again. Okay, so before actual installation of iWarranty, you're dealing with high warranty costs, low service performance, and then afterwards, you're looking at really kind of automating that process and making those processes more streamlined to become more strategic in terms of making your business organization more streamlined, and also while focusing on that process and the product as well. Standardization in terms of coverage, business rules, having that product-centric approach, and managing the warranty claims and returns process and the supply recovery in a centralized process is really going to help you to kind of get your processes in shape. That closed loop analysis at the end of it, by taking all the data here, is to kind of look at the whole feedback process, the continual improvement, so that improvements can be made throughout. This, in effect, gives you kind of lower service costs, lower warranty costs, really improve your contract performance as well, and improve that customer satisfaction and retention rates. So I'll go through this quickly because you may or may not have seen this slide, but iWarranty is made up of lots of different areas. So handling the pre-delivery inspection, product registration, service contracts, so this is extended warranty, coveraging and pricing. Ticketing, where it starts at the top, is in effect a solution which basically says, okay, if you've got a problem, let us know, and we'll try and assess that for you. And what we'll try and do is we'll try and give you some suggestions on how to improve that process, or to try and improve the product, or to get something working again. If not, it requires a service dispatch, and on the service dispatch, you can then initiate that service initiation via the repair center or authorized service center. Parts as well, if they don't hold the parts in stock, iParts inside iWarranty will allow you to initiate that parts order, giving order status and delivery and tracking and so on and so forth. So anyone who's actually ordering the parts can then see where it is, if it's gone to the courier or if it's actually left the depot itself. Once the parts have been received or they're on the shelf, repairs can be made, whether it be billable repairs to the customer or whether it be a warranty repair, technician reporting. And also from here, if it is a warranty process, then it in effect creates your warranty claim from that service order. Now, up till this point, all these modules are integrated, okay? So bear in mind, you don't have to take all of these modules. You can take the ones that you require. So if you only require warranty, you only need to take the warranty modules in itself. And coming into iWarranty, once the actual repair has been made, there are certain few ways you can get this information into iWarranty, through either direct entry, through a batch interface into the actual system itself. So warranty, all the claims which basically come in from the repair locations can come into iWarranty centrally. It then goes through a claims automated process. We target around about 80 to 90% of claims through automatic adjudication, therefore freeing up the time of your staff to do the things they need to do, as opposed to the things that they kind of have to do by managing systems and automated processes which are not automated. iWarranty has a full workflow management. So it means that the changing of statuses between, for example, the repair location and the old warranty adjudicators has all that kind of status flow in there as well. So it's easy to kind of push information back if information has not been provided by your service locations. And bear in mind, everything which comes in, whether it be direct entry or through a batch process, is validated, and it goes through lots and lots of different validation checks to make sure that claims are correct, that no fraudulent claiming, that kind of thing. Once the actual claim review has been done, the financial transactions can be then created. But bear in mind that the parts return process is also coupled into the warranty process too. So if a part has to be returned and you expect that the system says, hey, this part has to be returned, you need to send it back, it will in effect say, yes, we're going to approve this claim, but you need to send the part back first before we're actually going to release, and we have to inspect it, okay? Once a part has been returned and everything's okay, and yep, everything checks out, it then means that you can pay your dealers, pay your service locations, and then we can automatically create a supplier claim based on the contracts that you have with your suppliers. So this is the warranty offset to reduce that warranty cost, all right? So with these agreements, you can actually take the claims, place them into packages, and then submit them all in one go to the supplier so they can receive them either weekly, fortnightly, or monthly, entirely up to yourselves. Pulling this all back down together, and this is where you get the closed loop. Everything that you see here today is in one installation, which in effect means that you can start to create reports, dashboards, and information in here about how claims have gone from A to B to C to D, or end to end, and how long that's taken, what the costs are, and what your actual warranty spend is. Okay, so as I've mentioned, I'm not going to read them out individually here, but as you can see, there's lots, and all the modules are defined one here, and they're all within one installation. So you don't have to have every single one. You can say, well, we only require claims, we require supplier recovery, parts returns, extended contract, and warranty analytics. So you can pick and choose the modules you require, and that then is the modules you take. You can actually increase that. So if you find that you want another module later on, all the base foundation information is there already, plus some additional you need to create. But that's everything that you need is there. Major enhancements of 5.3. This is where it gets really exciting. You'll notice a big change in the dashboard. So now when you log in as a service location, as anybody you've given access to, everything is now button press. Okay, so what you're seeing here is you've got dashboards, you've got quick access links, quick links, the transaction summary to the right to only show within the work queue itself those specific information or transactions that you actually only want to see. The queue assignment below is again changed, and you will go through that in a bit more detail, but it gives you a kind of more interactive search process in the main screen. Dashboards. Now, dashboards have now been installed now so every single module within the system, whether it be claims, whether it be our support, whether it be service orders, now has its own dashboard. So as you can see in the top right-hand corner, I've clicked on the claims icon here. And what that means is you will then see this lower section down here. And as you can see, it's more focused on each of the areas dashboard, giving you that more information for your users to see what is going on and to make it easier for them to actually then either create something or to find something in the system already today. So as we go through this, in terms of the sections, you'll see quick links. Now, quick links, so basically on the left-hand side, you have the toggle menu. These are just, make a claim quick. So all these buttons here, which you see, are something which is used constantly all day. So we put buttons on there to make it easier so you don't have to go through the menus. So it makes it more quicker to either find something or to actually create a brand new. On this quick stats, which is new, okay, in the dashboard itself, if a dealer or repair location has got any claims rejected, approved, or paid, they can see this instantly on their dashboard, okay? So before you had to go and look at the search screen and show and trying to find these entries, but now you can come to your dashboard, see what's going on, and then they can actually then see for the last 45 days, for example, how many claims have been rejected, how many approved, or how many have been paid. And these are interactive tiles, so you can click them and they'll actually then show you the data behind it. The section below is new as well. It's a new what we call track and trace. And that's used to identify quickly the active claims in the system. So previously, when a dealer used to submit a claim, that claim would look like it would disappear, but it's not, it's in the system, it's in the process. What track and trace does, it then highlights what's in the process. So you can see as a dealer or a repair center, what is going on. So you can actually see how many claims you've got in part return status, how many claims you've got in effect ready to submit, how many are pending. In other words, how many you've submitted to actually be approved. And again, these are interactive charts. So you can then click on them and then they take you into the data to show what content is there. So you've always got that visibility of what is going on in the system. As we kind of come down, you'll see there's active campaigns. So again, this is new. This is allowing you to see what campaigns are active for specific units that the organization's been assigned. So I can see in the campaign what the campaign is, and how important it is, and how many units are actually affected and still have to be repaired. Again, the volume trend. So what used to be on the main page has now been moved into the dashboard page. This is now showing what the organization is, how many claims are being raised and this created. And again, this is throughout each of the different dashboards. So for service orders, for tickets, for parts orders, volume trend is shown there for that organization. As you log in as an administrator, you'll see a lot more information here in terms of how many claims are being created within the system for all your dealers and repair centers. Okay, so again, the transactional summary, you will probably recognize this from the previous version. This was on the main page. The interactive charts still stay, so they're still there. So it gives you what the statuses are of each individual claim. Again, these are interactive, so you can click on the segment here, and that will then show you all the claims inside, which have that status or a draft status in effect. The new section down below is kind of an update, really. The Q sum assignment, in effect, is the user's to-do list. It's the organization's to-do list. This has been changed now, so it's more interactive. So as I start to type in the search, it then filters out. So it gives you that kind of much cleaner, let's say, list, instead of having to roll through lots and lots of pages if they're quite busy. I can just type in claim, or I can type in draft, as I was going to type in here, and it then filters all that down. So again, a real quick way to identify or to try and track information. In each of the areas where you've got work queue, type, status, count, any information which is there, if you just put 6, for example, it'll just give you those 6 draft claims in effect. As if I pull all this together, you'll see the kind of way this screen is constructed. And I understand and realize that some of the text is quite small, so you won't be able to see it in any great detail, but it gives you that kind of flavor and how that would actually look to a user when they see on the screen. Count the left side is create and find existing, and the right-hand side is what is required. There's action to be required here for these particular entries. Okay, nice one here, nice new one, where you've got the pin, the toggle menu. So if you remember from version 5.2, we've now built on that toggle menu. So when you click on it, it kind of pulls you up that left-hand side so you can see the quick links. You can see the recently viewed claims and transactions which have been created. But you'll notice a small change here, that little pin. If you click the pin, what that does is it will actually pin that left-hand side menu onto the screen all the time. So today, when you navigate to a different screen, it disappears. But when you click it and it turns green, it will stay there. So that left-hand side will always stay there when you go to any screen in the system. It just pins it to the left-hand side. You'll see below the actual pin itself, you've got more buttons. These buttons are basically the dashboard buttons, okay? So what that means is that if I'm anywhere in the system and I want to get to a certain dashboard, if I click that button, it'll take me to that dashboard straight away without having to go back into the main screen, then go to the dashboard. So it's a kind of a nice quick way to get back to that dashboard view within the system. Okay. Something else you're going to see in terms of the 5.3 is in terms of the header. So for example, we've revisited all the header details within the claims itself, and of course all the transaction screens in the system. So the example you see here is claim header. So as you can see, it's kind of a lot more information is being kind of, concentrated along the top, much tidier, much nicer, easier to read. And the action bar has gone. It's now been replaced by buttons. So as you can see, I can click on new, click save. So that information is still there. However, it's represented differently by buttons now. And the overflow, which you see, is this kind of ellipsis down on the right-hand side. So if you've got more options in here, you can click that, and there's a down box which you'll see on the next screen to actually then show the other options. So it's kind of really tidying up the screen so you don't have a huge long list of action buttons. Status change buttons. So instead of having a drop-down list, you'll see you can click that, and it then says, here's my options. Which status do you want to pick? And there's also a pop-up which comes up now. So it gives you that kind of second chance to say, you sure you want to do this? Yes, then go. Okay. So everything's on there, and you'll see the tabs along the top have been changed slightly. The coloring in terms of the error messages have also been changed. So instead of appearing below, they actually appear on the top of the tab now. So it's giving you that kind of real clear sense that this is the tab that we're on. This is the tab that has basically got this level of error, maximum level error on it. So you can see on here, we've got 2 greens, which are low. And then this failure information here is indicating that some adjudication is required. Okay. Now, this format has been applied to all the transaction screens, as I mentioned. The parts orders, tickets, service orders, supplier claims, all those screens have now got the same format in all the transaction screens. If I then go one step further than that, you see that some selected data items have been moved into the following logical groups. So some of the data or the information was a little bit lost, but what we've done now is we've taken the sections here and sectioned the data out. So it's giving you the basic claim information, is giving you product information, coverage information. So it's giving you that nice clean view in terms of separating the data. So it's easier to read, not only from a dealer perspective, but from an internal perspective as well. All right. So it's much nicer look and feel on the transactional screens. Okay. So in terms of the actual drop down here, you'll see there's a kind of status view. So save as. So again, I've dropped the buttons which are here, but I've dropped this elliptical button here, and you can see on the registration screens that you've got this kind of drop down now. So this elliptical button here, ellipsis button here, adds in all the options which are not regularly used, but also give you the chance to kind of have a nice clean function bar, but also kind of dropping that into a tidy area, let's say, to keep it nice and clean. Okay. Part inspection. So we've done some work on part inspections. So we used to have, or we did actually have, a part inspection process or step. What we've done is we've now implemented that or integrated that into the RMA. So now when a return is initiated and that organization submits the return back, we can create questionnaires. Okay, so it's called inspection, part inspection, which has basically lots and lots of questions. If the system identifies that there's an inspection which is required, what it does is it will actually create this section here, which is basic inspection details. Now, previously, this used to just be, as I appreciate it's very small, but this used to just be text as a hyperlink. You've now got a little icon here. And what that is a quick entry into the inspection form. You can still get into that full form through the hyperlink, but now in the sense status, the system creates and it says, okay, here's my inspection. Oh, you can click on this little information icon. What that does is it then allows the receiving location for each part on the return to perform the response check it needs to be made against the question. So in the example here, it says the label still attached. Is it still okay? Is it still possible to read? Is it possible to connect the alternator? Is the charge pushed back to the battery? And you can create all these different questions for all the different parts, and the inspection will actually be inserted into the return with all these different questions. So it makes it easy for the person who's actually receiving this, instead of going out to the form back into the RMA, they can respond to all of the questionnaire information here inside the RMA without actually coming out of it. So when the information's been added in, and of course this could be a drop down, it could be a text information, it could be a selection criteria. Once the information has been added, the technician or whoever's actually placing it here will click on submit. What then happens is you'll see on the RMA, on the return, that it will have a green tick to say it's been done, and it'll also have a status of approved. So what that means is the return can be, performed quickly, but it also makes sure that the claim can be adjudicated and provides a much quicker turnaround time in terms of the screen process time, but also to the adjudicator as well, because they're getting that information a lot quicker than what they would. So once the actual information has been received in terms of the RMA, that claim can then be pushed back for review to the adjudicator to then make up the mind. Of course, within the RMA, you can attach pictures and the diagnostics reports as well. So it's giving that kind of real quick entry into the system without having to jump around a lot of forms. So it saves a lot of time. Okay. Thing we have done is we've enhanced the distributor workflow. So previously, the current two methods we have today, dealer, distributor, OEM, or dealer to OEM. Now, you may well call it customer center, you may well call it product company. However, what we're going to concentrate on today is the dealer to OEM. There's no change there. The change that's been made is related to the dealer, distributor, OEM area. And what that means now is that if a distributor sends something to the OEM or manufacturer, the OEM may well reject it. Previously, it used to be the case, it used to be end or stop. However, the OEM or manufacturer can then send that back as being as an OEM reject. The distributor would then have the option to either send it back to the dealer for corrections, or they could reject the claim themselves and then it becomes an end, or the distributor can actually approve it themselves, which basically means the distributor will take responsibility and they will actually pay for the repair for the dealer and not the OEM. So gives you a lot more kind of process flow in terms of pushing the claim backwards and forward, back into the dealer, but also letting or giving more power to the distributor to either reject something or to actually approve themselves to say, hey, we'll cover the cost, not the OEM in effect. So it's going to give you a lot more fluid in that claim process flow within that kind of dealer, distributor, OEM process steps. Also as well, one other thing we have actually made is regarding goodwill and extended claims. Obviously, manufacturers won't cover that. So therefore, what we have implemented now is that if you do have a goodwill extended warranty and the dealer does submit it to that distributor, the distributor can also then say, well, that's fine. We can approve that and the distributor can pay it. So it's taking away that kind of OEM step to actually then give that distributor the ability to pay their own claims in effect, because it could be they've sold a service contract and they've actually, it's like an extended warranty, I guess. So they're responsible for it, not the OEM. So it's giving that more control and process steps and claim responsibility back to the distributor to say, yeah, we'll pay for that, no problem, because we sold a contract for that. So it's all good. Okay, process improvements alongside all the information that I've just given you, and that's a lot of information to take in. Some of the other process improvements we've made is related to goodwill within the claim. So now if you create a goodwill in the claim, previously you had to come out and try and look at the goodwill because you maybe couldn't work out what reimbursement would be. So now what we've done is we've added this little icon here, this little eye, and if you click it, it will actually pull up a window and it'll actually show you what the reimbursement is and information on the claim. So again, trying to kind of prevent the users from coming out of the screen to go back in again, because it is time consuming. We want to make this kind of process as easy as possible for end users, so that they're not having to go, oh, I have to go back to this screen. So again, it's really kind of trying to claw back some time for that end user. We've added the serialized part flag to the part search screen. So where we've got parts listed, the easier to find serialized parts. We've updated the work queue bulk status. So it used to be 3 set values, but now you can add those values in through a configurable state, which is great. Addition of the iSupport ticket number to iService search, so again, an improvement for iService. And iSupport search results have been updated on the work queue search screen. So before it used to be very simple and not very informative. we've updated that now, so it does actually show who it's from. So again, a real kind of big step forward there to give that more information, so you're not having to try and find it before you actually go into the ticket or come back out again. And the last one we've got here is basically product hub filtration adjustment. So previously it used to be, when you looked at product hub and tried to find a serial number, that serial number might have been, if you looked at all the tickets, it wasn't really showing any of the below steps in terms of the claim or anything else like that. But now when you put the serial number in, it will actually give you everything and show you everything in one hit. So we've taken out some of the filtration there, the limitation filtration, and made it open, so it's giving you a lot more information straight away, so you're not having to kind of think, well, I'm sure we had something for that. So again, it's visibility of the data to make sure the user sees it first time around. Okay, so just going on to the kind of platform and browsers, as you can see, the operating systems in here have been updated. The application server has been updated. The database has been updated. Now it's kind of Java 11 supported. So as you can see, a lot of information in terms of the update of the operating systems and servers and database DBs structures. That's all kind of in place now. So that's actually been delivered as part of 5.3. And also the web browser's compatibility. So although the architecture they use does actually cover a lot of browsers, the one we recognize really is kind of the ones you see here. So Internet Explorer, Chrome, Firefox, and MS Edge. Client operating system has also been kind of catered for, so Microsoft Windows 7 and also Microsoft Windows 10.